you guys are new here, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment and share. And if you are returning, welcome back. I'm happy to have you here. Say hi. Alright, so this was not the plan. I didn't upload a video on Tuesday because school has quite literally been like killing me. And let's go over. Ignore the chair. Flip closed. We're gonna not talk about that. What was I saying? Oh, so I was supposed to do like a glam look on Tuesday, right? Because I did a glam look last Thursday and I forgot to record it. So yeah, but I was gonna do it again, and then I got real busy, like real busy, and I couldn't like find the time to record it. And I was supposed to upload that video on Tuesday, and then for Saturday, or no, yeah, that was supposed to be for Tuesday, and I think Saturday was supposed to be something completely different. But I'm off the rails, literally. So I got a lot going on, y'all. I'm not gonna hold you. Not making excuses, but I'm letting y'all know, right? Like, I was just trying to catch up with all my schoolwork and, you know, stay on top of everything because we got finals coming up. And your girl graduated in December, so I ain't got no choice but to pass all these classes. I'm not retaking these next semester. Not happening. A lot of them aren't even offered next semester, but that's besides the point. I really just want to get on here and kind of like let y'all know what I learned, like, as I've become a YouTuber. Like, I guess that's how you could classify it, but like, I don't know. So when I first started, like I said, I kind of went on like, not a whim, but like, I was like, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. Like, why not? Right? Because everybody's been doing it, and it's not like a trend that I'm following. Like, I feel like a lot of people kind of fell off, like they just stopped doing it. But I've been like relatively consistent with it outside of school, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, like there was this trend on TikTok to do like a follow for follow or like a subscribe for subscriber, and that does not work like at all. Like, I've subscribed to people and I never watched their videos, and vice versa. Like, so I just went through like all the people that I did subscribe to that I found like from TikTok, and I just had to unsubscribe because I'm like, I'm really not even watching your videos. Like, I have no interest in what you're recording, and that's fine. And vice versa, like they might not have any interest in what I'm recording, and that's fine. I get it. So I just kind of like didn't want to keep subscribing to them if I wasn't going to be watching their content. I just felt like it wasn't, what is the word that I'm looking for? It wasn't necessary. Like, it was a waste of a subscriber, and I felt like I was hindering their growth. I never want to put somebody in a position to like be at a point where they are losing when they're gaining, if that makes sense. I don't want someone to subscribe to my page if they're not actually watching my content. Make sense? So I don't do like a subscriber for subscribe. I just kind of go through like TikTok, and if I happen to find somebody that I do like, and I do like their content, and I like what they're recording, then I'll subscribe, and then I'll probably take the time out of my day to watch their videos. I just felt as though subscribing for another subscriber does not work at all. Like, it rarely ever works. And I don't feel like it fulfills like what you're trying to do. A lot of people on here that are like becoming YouTubers are trying to be monetized. So if you're trying to be monetized, you don't want to subscribe to somebody else knowing that you're not actively engaging in their content. I feel like that defeats the purpose of subscribing to somebody. Why would you? I really hope there's not a glare on my glasses because it's kind of dark in here and I just don't feel like turning on the light. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of watching what I'm saying because there was someone on TikTok that said, record yourself for a couple of seconds or maybe a minute or so, because we use a lot of filler words. This is very off topic, but we use a lot of filler words. He said, say everything as if it is a fact. I use the word like and so and a lot. So I'm trying to minimize how often I use those filler words in sentences. Allow yourself to give yourself time. Does that make sense? Allow yourself to have the time to think about what you want to say. A lot of the times we stumble over our words because we're not thinking before we speak. Your mouth is moving too fast for your brain to process. This is hard. I'm trying, but we're gonna continue. I'm not gonna focus too much on it. It's a process. So that's one thing I've learned. Don't subscribe to subscribe. I just feel like it does not work out. And I'm not saying like don't comment your YouTube when people's like videos and stuff. Like you might have people who are actually interested in what you're posting about. You never know. Like closed mouths don't get fed. So if you don't put yourself out there, you're never gonna know who could find you and follow you and subscribe to you and stuff like that. Always have that in your bio. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere that you have social media, bio, because 9 times out of 10 when people click on it, especially TikTok, it's going to bring up your Instagram and or your YouTube if you have one. So if you link those two together, it's going to come up with both options. They'll be like, oh, they have a YouTube channel. Click on it, you learn so much. Maybe. Depends on the person. Some people like people doing vlogs. Some people like pranks. Some people like food reviews. Some people like alcohol reviews. The world is your oyster, babes. Like, just do what you do. So that's one. I kind of dragged that out. That's one. Another one I would say is following someone else's niche. I got into the YouTube game and I didn't have a niche. I still don't. I really don't. I'm still figuring it out. I really do like vlogs. I enjoy talking to you guys, even if you guys aren't listening. And most of you know that I have a podcast, but it's not video form because I don't have the camera for that. I don't have the equipment just yet. I would really like to, but I just don't have that yet. Still in college, still paying for school, so there's other priorities that I have to, put first before I decide to do anything else with the podcast. As much as I want to make that like a full-time thing, I just don't have the time just yet. So we're getting there though. Same with YouTube. I would love to make this a full-time thing, not have to go to work. Like, I want to do this. This is fun. Like, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking to a camera. I'm trying to think of other jobs that I would do, but that's besides the point. I would love, like, getting ready with me, like, just taking y'all throughout my day, but I feel as though it also comes with a sense of, like, lack of privacy. Like, you choose what you show the internet, right? But because you're putting out into the world, everybody has their way of like perceiving it and critiquing it if they choose to. So that's something to always keep in the back of my mind. I just kind of, if anyone is commenting negative things on my page, I take it with a grain of salt because it's not personal. Like, that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I'm not in charge of how you feel, but that doesn't mean it's gonna dictate how I feel and how I perceive myself on my channel. Bye. So that's 2. So I don't have a niche and I don't like follow any specific thing. And I don't know if that makes me a bad content creator. I don't know. I don't want to follow the rules. I really don't. I want to do my own thing. And I feel like people are going to appreciate that more because I'm not trying to fit into a certain category. Everybody always says, get a niche, get a niche, get a niche, get a niche. I don't want that. I feel like that's putting me in a box and I want to veer off from that. So many people have gone from makeup to vlogging to fitness to food to whatever. It doesn't matter. You don't have to have a niche. You don't. I just feel like that's not something that's necessary for you to have a YouTube channel. You could talk about free game all you want and then talk about vlogging the next day and talk about getting ready with me the next day. You could talk about getting your nails done the next day, or you could talk about, going on a vacation the next day. Like, it does not matter. I feel like you don't need to have that. So yeah, that was 2. You don't actually need a like expensive camera to do this. I'm currently using my iPhone 13. I have more storage on this phone. I was originally using my iPhone 11 and just kind of switching between the two. I edit on this phone. I vlog on this phone. I do everything on here. Like, if I run out of storage, I just delete a whole bunch of stuff. It is what it is, right? I'm not gonna buy an expensive camera because I'm not where I want to be in my YouTube journey just yet. Like, I told myself, when I get a certain amount of subscribers, at that time and only that time would I buy a camera, because I don't want to buy a camera to just buy a camera, because I may not even use it. So if I'm going to buy it, I need it to be an investment into my content creation. A lot of them aren't expensive, but I also don't want to buy a crappy camera if I could save for one that I really want. I would love to vlog and do all of that from a camera and have my phone as a supplement, but that's just not where I'm at just yet, and that's fine. So you don't actually need a camera. And this is for anyone who's like even thinking about starting a YouTube channel. If you're thinking about it, if you have a friend who's thinking about it, just start. No one is going to judge you for starting, but you have to remain consistent in what you do. You have to put out content. Like YouTube you have to continuously put out different videos so that YouTube is pushing your video. Essentially, that's what you need to do. So 1, you don't want to do subscriber for subscriber. 2, you don't need to have a niche. 3, you don't actually need an expensive camera. And 4, you don't need to have like all these like fancy things. Like your YouTube banner, it doesn't need to be fancy. Your intro doesn't need to be fancy. Your thumbnail for whenever you do upload videos doesn't need to be fancy. It can really be whatever you choose to. Don't try to fit into somebody else's idea of what your YouTube should be, because you're never gonna, I don't say you're never gonna amount to that. That sounds degrading, but you're not going to fit into that because that's not you. You have to do your own thing. I feel like when people have their own individuality, it makes it so much more genuine to the audience. That's just my personal thing. I don't know. I might be wrong. I don't know. But another thing, you do not need to have like a plethora of videos out at a time. You do not need to have a plethora of videos out at one time. You don't need to put out 5 videos in a week. That's absurd. You can, but you don't need to do that. I always say the more videos, the better, sure. And I might be contradicting myself just a little bit, but I also know that I'm only posting twice a week. If that. I'm at least posting once a week. And I typically post on Tuesdays and Saturdays, but I might move it to Wednesdays and Sundays, or I might just move it to Saturdays. So you don't need, like, you should be consistent in what you're posting, but it doesn't need to be, I'm posting every day of the week. That is wild. Unless you're doing like Vlogmas for Christmas, or Vlogmas for vlogging for vacation, and you're recording something every day, and you can just kind of upload like little pieces at a time. That's I mean, people do it. It's been done. It's not absurd, but you don't need to do that. You also don't need to like, I don't know, like have all, like, you don't need to have all these sponsors either. Like, it's nice to have sponsors, but like, work your way up. People get into this and think they're automatically going to get monetized, and that's not how that works. Everything that you do is a process. It's a journey in life. You're never going to get to start to destination like that. It's just not going to happen. So take your time, enjoy it, find out new things, find out new ways to edit, find out new ways to make thumbnails, find out new ways to make banners, find out new ways to make profile pictures, like whatever you choose to do. Perfect your craft, so that way when you do get into a point where you want to get a camera, if you don't already have one, you're doing just as good, if not, like, obviously better, of course, because your camera quality is better, your editing is better, all that stuff. So take your time. Don't rush. It's not a marathon, or it's not a, what is the phrase? It's not a race, it's a marathon. I think that's how I say it. It's not a race, it's a marathon. So take your time. Like, you don't want to get to start to finish. You're not going to enjoy it. You're going to be miserable. You're going to be mad that you're not making any money. So yeah. Another thing, someone brought up the point of I cuss a lot. And I was watching some of my videos back, and they weren't wrong. And when I heard it, I took a little bit of offense to it, because I was like, I feel like I'm being myself to an extent. But then I was like I saw some other videos on my TikTok before this person said that, and I was just like, you know, it was a teacher, and she was saying that she was talking to her kids, they were like 2nd graders or whatever, and she was saying like people who cuss sound intelligent. I'm sorry. People who cuss sound unintelligent, meaning like you just don't sound educated. And like there's a better word to express how you're feeling than cuss words. And I understood that to an extent, but I also was just like, I'm in the military. That's all they did. Like, every other word was a cuss word. I have some very potty mouth family members. Not excusing it, but acknowledging it. But I'm more aware of it now, and I'm pretty sure I haven't cussed this entire time that I was recording. Not to say that I do it every day, but like, I'm sure you guys can watch some of my videos back and be like, dang, you alright, girl? Like, what's going on? So yeah, But this isn't a huge video. This isn't an extra long video, but I did want to record this. I have another video coming out for you guys next Tuesday because I didn't upload that one, so this will be uploaded for Saturday when you see this. If you're not watching this on Saturday, I hope you're watching this at some point. Love y'all. Gosh, okay, anyways, that was it. That was pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video on Tuesday. Bye.